Alright, so today's video is going to be a little different. It's going to be a little bit more relaxed. Basically, it's going to be a video about how to start drifting and keeping it simple. I'm going to start with when I started liking drifting and how I decided to get the Miata. So I started liking drifting about 12 years ago, I think. I was in high school sometime. I had just started driving, I'm sure. I don't remember exactly what I saw that made me get addicted to it, but I just always loved it. Now, I had two choices. Obviously, a 240 SX or a Miata. I've always liked convertibles. I've always liked the way Miatas looked, but the only thing that was holding me back was people saying, oh, you can't drift a Miata. You can't drift a Miata. It has no power, blah, 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 blah. Yo, what's up, bro? I really want to start drifting, man. I think I'm gonna get a Miata. Yo, dude, no way. You can't drift a Miata. There's not enough power, bro. Dude, I'll show you, man. I'll show you that it's possible. Then I saw this one guy. He goes by Dave NJ. He's a regular at Englishtown. He was basically my motivation to start drifting a Miata. He has, well, now it's a lot different, but at that time it was, he had a stock 1.6 liter like I do. Just, you know, the bare essentials to drift. And he was fucking killing it. He's killing it. And I'm definitely shouting him out. I'm gonna tag them probably in the description in the video. According to my notes here for this video, I smell like frog duty. I like eating pig butt. I don't think there's any other notes on here. I guess that's it for today's video. Thanks. So the first thing I learned when I first wanted to start drifting, obviously, was to keep it simple. That's what I really want to, you know, make this video really about. Just keep it simple. You want to start drifting, you want to get out there, you want to get as much seat time as possible. So to do that, you got to keep things simple. So when I first got the Miata, the first thing I did was the essentials. You know, I looked at Club Loose's rule book, and because it's a convertible, I needed a roll bar, number one thing. The car, when I bought it, came with some regular lowering springs, and that's basically what I used for, I think, the first season. Along with, I welded the differential. It's a stock 1.6 differential. I welded that. And also, that's another thing that people said always exploded on these cars when you drift them, is the 1.6 differentials. They blew up. In my case, I'm on my, I guess, third full season, and it's been great. Why didn't you guys tell me my hair looks like shit? I guess I gotta put on a hat. Oh no. Oh, of course. Of course this would happen. Alright, so now that I got really sidetracked and I got a hat and watched that video. Alright, so I'm going to start with the important stuff that you should have, essentials, to keep it simple, to get on the track, maximize seat time. Alright, you're going to want decent suspension. Alright, when you first start, you know, I started on lowering springs and that's it, but I upgraded to BC racing coilovers. Definitely a welded differential. I've heard people using Corson differentials, and I just really like the welded. That's very important to start with. The welded differential and some kind of suspension. That's very important. All right, so the most important is really what's going to be inside the car, yourself. You know, you want a good steering wheel so you have good feel of the car. You know, you want to get some sort of seat. Like the stock seats in a Miata just sucked really bad. Even doing the fullmectomy, I had that in my stock seats. The bucket seat helps you stay in place. It'll help you have better controls of the gas, the brake, the clutch. Ever tried to drift in a car with stock seats, you know that's really hard and you kind of have to hold yourself in. Obviously, when you get the bucket seat, you're going to want to run a harness. Another very important thing you need to learn right off the bat is how to use the e-brake. I learned that the bad way. I think my whole first season I didn't have an e-brake, or my stock e-brake didn't work. Jesus Christ. So I basically learned the basics of drifting without an e-brake, which, you know, they always told me, get an e-brake, and I just didn't. That was my mistake. I finally got a hydro. I got rid of the OEM e-brake, and I'll never go back. If I could give advice to anybody trying to start out drifting, 100% get an e-brake. Learn the e-brake as soon as you can. It's going to be very crucial for you to learn. You're going to need it. People say you don't need it, but guess what? They're wrong. 2 more things. Get a proper alignment. You know, each car is different with the alignment specs that you can do, but maximum camber in the front, negative camber, so the wheels are in like this. So when you're like full lock, they're straight and you're getting the most amount of grip possible in the front. Now in the rear, the Miata, I only got a certain amount of camber out of the stock arms, so I had to get aftermarket arms to allow me to get 0 cambers, which you would want in the rear. Toe, you can play around with that, but to start with, just keep it simple. Keep it at 0, front and rear. If you're gonna start drifting, really, you don't wanna daily it either. If you're gonna start drifting, don't buy it to daily it. It just doesn't make sense, because you know, something's gonna happen, something's gonna break. There's so many things you could do. You know, make friends. If their car is running at the track and yours breaks, well, if they're a good friend of yours, they can help you take the car home. Or you can be responsible and rent a U-Haul, truck and trailer. Not just a trailer. If you have a truck, great, rent the trailer. If you don't, rent both. I've seen people do it all the time. Another thing in my Keep It Simple video is I'm really sick of seeing people like trying to come up with these crazy drift builds. Anyway, yo bro, I'm gonna come out so hard next season. I'm gonna have the craziest drift build, man. You'll see. Yeah, dude, I highly doubt that, man. But I'll see you maybe in a couple seasons or so. Nah, dude, I'm really gonna drift, man. Don't worry, man. I'm gonna get that seat time, bro. Yeah, sure, man. I'll see you out there. The last part of the video is, I struggled with this when I first started too. You know, I went to my first event, I didn't know anybody, I didn't know what to do, where the tech inspection was. I was very intimidated. But the most important thing is, ask questions. Don't be scared. Make friends. There's people out there that want nothing to do with noobs, it seems like, and then there's a lot of people that want to be friends and want to help each other out. Like, even if you find yourself another noob, that's the position I was in. I had just started, I found myself another noob as a friend. Now we're great friends. And remember, everybody started somewhere. Everybody started as a noob. Go 100% when you're out at the track. Don't be worried about screwing up your car. You're in this sport, or you're trying to do this sport because you like it. Something's gonna go wrong. It's just part of the sport. You're beating the shit out of the car. Something's gotta give eventually if you don't stay with the maintenance. And then in the end, when it finally clicks, I'm telling you, it is the greatest freaking feeling. When it finally clicked and I was able to link the entire track. Also, don't drift on the street. Maybe, when you get good. But still don't. Save it for the track. You can focus all of your pea-brain attention span on the track and to what you're doing. So keep it simple. Also the usual, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell to notify you when I come out with a new video. I'm gonna try to come out with new videos every 2 weeks or so. Get that seat time if you wanna start drifting.